Good evening, ladies. Amit Raj, Dennis, are we still
Yes, sir.
waiting for some more people to join us?
No, we'll start the session now, sir, with a small
Please.
introduction by me. We should start now, sir.
Yeah, I'm ready to start. Ladies, a kind request, your videos have to be on because this is on recording to Government of India. Okay. So I request that Dennis, you must give me the permission to be a co-host.
Yes, sir.
So that I can share and show things as I want.
Fine, sir. I'll do that now, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right?
It is done, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Good
Nice
evening,
meeting
sir.
all of you. I request your videos to be on. Good evening, Madam Nina, Madam. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Sir, start with a small.
Hello, doctor.
Hi,
Good
madam.
evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Yes, Dennis, you can start. I'll start the session. Yeah.
Good evening, all of you. This is a Unified Chennai Food Safety Awareness Program. It is an initiative by Government of India to promote the awareness on safe, healthy, and sustainable food. As per the directive of our Joint Managing Director, Ms. Nina Reddy, we are organizing this Eat Right Chennai Awareness Program under the banner of to achieve this objective. It is my great pleasure and honor to introduce Dr. Pasupati, eminent consultant, senior scientist. He is a honorary advisor for food safety to Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Association of India and South Indian Hotels Restaurant Association. He is a certified lead auditor in food safety management system. He is a certified lead quality manager from Edinburgh. He is a member in Food Safety Standards Authority of India. He has conducted various training classes all over on food safety management system. National resources nominated by Food Safety Standards Authority of India for training master trainers in catering industry. Dr. Pasupati is a diamond trainer in food safety training and certification program. His Guinness efforts, longest extempore speech for 16 hours and 40 minutes in 1991. The maximum research paper he has done in 250 weeks. Representative of the country in many global platforms. Dr. Pasupati is a consultant advisor to more than 40 properties, including leading star hotels in all over India. He has 2 orphanages and he is running 57 schools in tribal and backwards area. Favera, let us welcome Dr. Pasupati to start the session now. Sir, over to you, sir, now.
Thank you, Dennis. Good afternoon, respected ladies. Thanks. At the outset, I thank the Savera management. Of course, I wholeheartedly thank the Green Goddess and the Duchess Club for enabling us to take this work forward of the Government of India. It is a very big dream that government has got in trying to involve every home of India into the food safety movement of this country. In the Eat Right Challenge, Chennai is one of the leading districts in the country. Out of 741 districts, 150 districts have been chosen to compete in this. And Chennai is one of the leading districts. And Chennai has got a very unique mission with the help of Green Goddess in consultation with all of you or with your club representatives. We have initiated a movement called Clean Chennai from the food safety perspective. That is, we are going to have better diet, we are going to have hygienic kitchens and less wastage in food. Now, what does all this mean? What does all this mean to all of us? What is that we mean by all this? Now, many of us must be going to shop and purchasing things. When you purchase things from a shop, what are the things that you look forward for? when you buy something from the shop, what are the things that you look forward for in the food? What are the things that you look in a food packet?
The label, sir.
Yes, madam. What in the label you
The
look
brand.
Contents.
The
for? What
brand of
contents
the
will
food.
you look at?
I will see any preservative or artificial colors or anything added to it.
Acha. Okay. Any other thing that anybody wants to say?
The brand name.
First, I see to the manufacture date.
Yeah, expiry date.
Okay. Very good. Anything else, ma'am?
Expiry date
And
also.
then the expiry
Is there
date.
any expiry date in food?
Yes. Bread is
Uh,
available.
Okay. In food, there is no expiry date. There is only a date of best before date or use by date.
Best before use. Yes, that's correct.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
That
correct.
is
A best before date or use by date. What is the difference between a best before date and use by date? How best before date is different from use by date?
up to
Where have
that up to that use by date we can use it. That's
Acha.
all.
Oh, no,
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 I-
no,
I
not
think
correct.
I think
Yes.
after use by date, the freshness of the food is less, or there's a little bit of starts getting slightly spoiled or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
is the best by date. What she's
Okay.
explaining, I think, is the best by date.
Best by date, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What is
beyond
use
the
by
How
date
long
then?
that would be staying good?
It will be
Okay.
good.
What
You
is
can
the use
still
by
use
date?
it. You can still use it beyond the best by date, but then it's what do you call it? It may not be as fresh as.
Yeah,
Okay.
the nutritive
Please
value
take down
becomes
this
zero.
difference. Best before date is that date after which you will have changes in quality. You may not have the crispness. You may not have the taste. You may not have the color. You may not have the nutrition as expected by you. So after the best before date, a product is likely to become substandard. So a shopkeeper selling you that or a person in possession of that will be fined 2 lakh rupees. Okay. If a person were to keep it in the shop beyond the best before date, the government can fine him for 2 lakh rupees a piece. Suppose he has got 10 packets, he will be fined 20 lakh rupees. So it is supposed to become substandard. Use by date is that date after which a product becomes unsafe. You will fall ill if you take it. It becomes dangerous for consumption.
Yes.
The punishment for having any such product after use by date in a shop or selling to you is punishable with 6 months in imprisonment plus 2 lakh rupees fine. So use by date, where do you normally find, which packets have you found use by date?
Maggie.
Use by date, where do you find normally?
Bread, sir. Bread.
Bread, then
Juices.
juices,
Bread.
Paneer.
bread, paneer, mushroom, anything which is less than 20 days shelf life. Any product which is less than 20 days shelf life, okay, can have use by date as a symbol. Okay. Any product which is less than 20 days. Now, apart from this, what will you look for in a label? Is there anything else that you look for in a label? What is the meaning of E in a label? E220, E410 and all that.
So that is the emulsifier, sir. It's a preservative.
No, no, no. E is a sign. E is an European number. Okay, European number, which is part of the INS. INS means International Numbering System. International Numbering System. So any of these numbers that you see in the packet, you put it in Google, you will get a description of the product. Okay, it is all very transparent throughout the world. But you must be very careful when the suffix E is coming, prefix E is coming. How much of sodium salt you are supposed to take in a day? How much of salt you are supposed to take in a day?
2.
Yes, Jaya madam, how much you are supposed to take in a day? How much of salt? 2 grams or two spoons?
No, 2 grams.
2 grams? Acha.
3 grams.
Per person.
Less than
The
less than 2.
international standard is 2.6 grams. But Indian standard is 3.4 grams.
Oh.
But Indian average as on today is 11 grams.
Oh.
So our diabetes, our heart attack, okay, our diabetes most importantly is associated with our salt intake. People think it is sugar. It is the excess amount of iodized salt that you have in the system that is what is retaining your sugar in the body. Okay. So please understand, with these 3 grams we cross in the breakfast itself mostly. With your idli, chutney, sambar, this 3 grams is over. Right? Then your pickle and papad are over and above that. The other dangerous thing that we are having is, it is not about salt, because luckily there is sweating for us. It is going to sweat for us now. March has come. If you sweat, you are allowed to take some more salt. But the real problem for us is indirect sodium. Respected ladies, I want you to understand what is indirect sodium. Whenever you pick a ready-made masala or a ready-made pickle or a ready-made jam from the shelf, you must understand it contains sodium benzoate as a preservative. This indirect sodium is a problem. Please understand, in salt, sodium chloride, 60% is sodium, 40% is chlorine. So it is the sodium which is a problem. Sodium up is blood pressure, sodium down is stroke. Okay, if sodium goes up, it is blood pressure, sodium goes down, it is stroke. Now the sodium imbalance is a big issue for women. Indirect sodium is a problem. Many women are careful about salt, but they are not careful about the indirect sodium that they buy from the market. So please watch out for sodium isonate, sodium glutamate, and sodium guanylate, and sodium benzoate. Please be very careful about indirect sodium, which is extremely harmful. Because sodium chloride is understood by the system, the body has got a Halline mechanism, which means salt tolerance mechanism, by which it will tackle the original salt. It cannot tackle indirect sodium. Right? So please understand, this you will have to keep in mind. Now people ask me, how do I reduce salt? The technique is very simple. First, start practicing how to just add only a pinch of salt while cooking, and finally add half of the original quantity you will add before taking it out of the pan. For example, if you are doing a rasam, right? In the initial stage, take only a small pinch of salt, because why do we add salt in the food? To allow the spices and the other active ingredients come out, to give out their taste. Suppose you want the ginger to give the taste, or you want sambar powder to give the taste, or you want your pepper to give the taste, you must have some kind of a driver. And that engine driver in the food is salt. So you add a pinch of salt in the beginning of the cooking, or during the first few steps of the cooking. Then finally, you add only half of the salt that you are supposed to use. You will find that you are actually having the taste of original full quantity salt. It makes a big difference. I have personally experienced this for the past 15 years, and I'm telling this with great honesty. Okay, I am the cook, I am a bachelor, so I live out of my hand, right? So I can tell you, I'm telling out of my experience of cooking. And not only that, I cook for others also. So this is what I have found. This is how I have been able to overcome my salt intake. So that's a very important technique. Second, to have your sodium sort of carving managed, you try to take things like capsicum, cabbage, tomato. These things give you a sort of a sodium taste in food. So out of 7 days, at least 3 days you try to include these things. So that what happens is automatically your salt carving becomes slightly lower. Right? These are my 2 simple suggestions. Okay, I have 3 recommendations in salt control. One is, please try to avoid indirect sodium that you take from ready-made masalas and ready-made juices and ready-made jam bottles or ready-made culinary paste or any kind of a ready-made food, ready to cook chapati, ready to cook idiyappam, ready to eat idiyappam. Okay, any of these things ready to cook or ready to eat from the market. Second is try to manage in cooking how to take it first, take it last. Okay, and third is try to include this tomato, capsicum, and cabbage. These are my 3 recommendations for salt intake. Normally, I have found that women believe that fruit is very healthy, and which is correct also. Now, when you buy fruit, sometimes you find sticker in this fruits. What do you understand by these stickers in the fruit? What do you understand by those numbers?
They are imported.
Okay, what does a 4-digit number mean, Manju madam? If some food has got a 4-digit number, what does it mean?
Represents the country from which it is imported.
See,
Depend upon whether it is organic or naturally generated or some mixed breed or some craft. There are some categories, I think.
yeah, you are very correct. You are very, very correct. So, you know, see, suppose, I'm sorry, let me just. See, if it is you are able to see the board?
Not now, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, now you can see. Yeah, now you can see.
I think it is taking little time.
Loading, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
now
we
it
can
is-
see.
now
Yes,
it
we
is.
can see, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see 4138.
Yeah. Now, if it is a 4-digit number, it means it is a normal fruit.
Yes.
Okay, grown by the normal beans. Suppose if it is a 5-digit number. Suppose if it is a 5-digit number, this first digit means it is genetically modified food.
Yes.
It is a
GM.
genetically modified food.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose if it is a 5-digit number starting with a 9. Okay. Suppose it starts with 9. It means it is organic.
It is
Organic.
organic. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Okay.
Ah.
So you have to be careful when you buy something to.
Not audible, sir.
You are on mute, sir. Sir.
Sorry. You will have to be very careful on what you are buying. So whenever you buy a fruit, if there is a number, you please check the number. If it is 5-digit and starting with 8, my advice is please avoid it. Okay, I would strictly tell you, it is not advisable to take genetically modified fruit. Okay, it is not needed for us. In fact, my recommendation always would be, you take what is grown seasonally, what is grown very near your geography, right? And better you take it from roadside fruit vendors. Okay, because the roadside fruit vendors may not have things segregated, but there's a very bright chance that they are original. Right? Because the shops unfortunately want something very uniform and very presentable. Invariably, they have a high load of pesticide residue and high load of other medicines in it. Okay, so at the risk of wasting some fruits, it is sometimes better to buy fruits from the roadside. Okay, that is always better. Now, how do you judge when you buy an egg whether that egg is original or spoiled or fresh? How do you understand? How do you come to know when you buy an egg it is good or bad?
No idea.
When it is floating, can I tell?
Drop it
When
in
it is,
water. Yeah.
Yes, Reena madam, tell me.
when the egg is floating means it's a old one. When it settles in the water, it's a good one.
Very correct, very true. Anything more? Acha, see, if suppose you take a beaker, filled with water, okay, and when you put an egg inside it, if it settles down at the bottom, it is correct. Okay, if it floats, it is wrong. That's fine. But what you must understand is, suppose while floating, if it is settling down at the bottom, if it is slightly tilted, see, if it is slightly tilted in the bottom, it means it is 7 days old. Okay. Suppose at the bottom, when it settles down, it stands like this at the bottom. If it is standing like this at the bottom, it means it is 30 days old. Okay. If it is floating, you can easily find out it is spoiled. But sometimes if it is just out of the bottom and slightly tilted, it is standing, means it is 7 days. If it is standing straight, it is 30 days old. Acha. What do you understand by this word trans fat?
It's bad for our body.
Huh?
It is very bad for our body, and the oil or whichever condenses in when it is cold, it has more trans fat.
Okay. See, imagine this bottle to be oil. Okay, imagine this bottle to be oil, and I'm pouring it, and the oil is going down. Okay. Suppose when I transfer oil from one container to another, it doesn't pour, it becomes a solid normal temperature. It becomes a solid at normal temperature, then it is called a trans fat. Okay. If I take an oil and try to transfer it from one container to another, but it doesn't get transferred, it stays solid. It is solid at room temperature, it is trans fat. Now, how a normal oil is converted like that? It is converted by hydrogenation. Okay. Now, where do you find it when you eat? You will find it in puff. You will find it in your fresh cream pastry. You will find it in your donuts. You will find it in your, parotas.
Is it dalda? You're talking about dalda and margarine?
Yeah, margarine and dalda. And any kind of a shortening which has got trans fat. Right? I just want to ask you, how many folds a puff is supposed to have? A puff is made of how many folds? Any idea?
10 folds?
I don't know.
8.
Acha.
8.
Acha. There are supposed to be 118 folds in a puff. Okay, right? So that is why, so much of shortening is used. Right? So much of this, bakery fat is used. Because it has got to form so many layers because of the 118 folds. Okay. Now, the real problem comes there. But scientifically now, non-trans fat oils have been luckily found in Chennai and Tamil Nadu Bakery Federation. And most of the star hotels have moved away from this margarine and dalda and gone into substitutes for these fats. There is something called Marolite. Okay, there are better oils which have come, which doesn't contain trans fat. So there's a big sigh of relief. Only in pastry, sometimes the trans fat is used in some lower level shops. But most of the 5-star hotels in Chennai have completely avoided trans fat. Okay, and most of the top bakeries in Chennai have avoided trans fat. Okay. Now, trans fat is found to be the biggest culprit. There are 3 culprits who cause this: heart diseases, breast and uterus cancer, and pressure and sugar diseases. These 3 culprits are color in food, trans fat, and the unknown preservatives and chemicals, pesticide residues. 2 are very controllable. Trans fat and color are highly controllable. Okay. Pesticide is a big subject. Globally, it is very difficult to control. But color and trans fat are controllable. Okay. What is the name of colors, food colors in a science book? In a normal chemistry book, colors come under what name? These food colors come under what name? Any guess?
Organic. Cochineal or something?
What, ma'am?
Is it cochineal? Cochineal? No?
No. See, the name of synthetic food colors are known as azo dyes. Okay, azo dyes. A in Greek means no. Zoo means life. What is no plus life?
No life.
Death. Okay. So food colors are known as death colors in science. Okay. Now, why do I say it? Because when you refine crude oil, first thing that comes is flight fuel, of course, followed by petrol, diesel, kerosene, cooking gas, bitumen, everything. Then after all this, after bitumen comes the raw material for azo dyes. So what you take is your strawberry ice cream, pista ice cream and mango ice cream in market is nothing but one step worse than the tar on the road. So be careful about it. Synthetic color is a big problem for your life. Natural color is not a problem. You can use color from carrot or beetroot, hibiscus. And for the respected ladies in this meeting now, I would like to say, if you want to start with your color experiment, what you do is you take a hibiscus flower from market or from your own garden if you have got garden. You are all green goddesses. So definitely you must be having. I'm sorry, for a moment I forgot I was talking to green goddesses of Chennai. Now green goddesses, you must be having hibiscus flower or your friends must be having. Just take a few hibiscus flowers, soak it in, clean it and soak it in water and squeeze lime juice. Okay, and add sugar syrup to it. And allow it to settle down. In 6 hours, 7 hours, you will get beautiful color out of hibiscus. Okay, according to your lime juice concentration, you will get different colors. Hibiscus has got 6-7 shades, starting from dark red to yellow. So the color you want will come and you can use it in food. It is non-poisonous, edible and extremely good for health, particularly extremely good for your blood. Okay.
Sir, can you kindly repeat the process, sir? Sorry.
Take a few flowers, okay, and take out the nod and the main stem. Okay, retain the petals only. Wash it in water, right? Add a bit of water and lime juice you squeeze. Say you can squeeze about for 5 flowers, 1 or 2 lime fruit. Add about say 100 ml of sugar syrup. Okay, and leave it for some time. You will find the color coming out of the flower. And you can use these colors. And if you want, that will become a fantastic juice. That's a different story. It will become hibiscus juice concentrate. But that will also give you color. You can use it in any food. So like this, our Center for Indian Knowledge Systems in India, CIKS, Center for Indian Knowledge Systems. That's also very near your Boat Club Road only in Kotrapuram. CIKS, Center for Indian Knowledge Systems. You get a lot of information on our traditional sciences. India has got a rich history of original food colors from plants. Okay? Your Kanakambaram, Sangapushpam, right? Rose, all this can give brilliant colors. Okay? Right. Now, when you talk about these materials, how do we identify whether some material is a correct material or a wrong material? How do you identify whether something is original or something is false? How do you come to know about it? I will just demonstrate some experiments to you. Dennis, please make Divya Bhaskaran as a co-host. I will perform some experiments in the lab now, and you will have a live viewing of it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Divya, can you start? Unmute yourself, please.
Yes. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, please. Start. This is chili powder. You can see that she has taken chili powder. Normally in chili powder, people add rhodamine or Sudan red. Rhodamine or Sudan red. She will now demonstrate to you how to find that out. She will now demonstrate on how to find that out. Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
She
much.
will take a bit of chili powder now and put it in the glass. She has taken a bit of chili powder and she transfers it into a glass. Okay, she will now add water, normal water, just normal water. Okay, and stir it well. Stir it well. And now she will throw the water out. She will just throw the water out from the glass. And now see the glass. Ladies, do you find any kind of a red water line in this glass? Do you find any red water line in this glass?
No.
No, no. Suppose
No.
if it is adulterated, you will find a red water line.
Ah, okay.
Suppose if you have got any color adulterated, you will find a red water line. So this chili powder has no adulteration. Okay, it's a very easy way to find out. Because most of us buy these chili powder from different brands or different masala powders. So color is the biggest culprit there in a hidden manner. Okay, so you can do these experiments with at a least cost. Now we will find out whether any brick powder is added into chili powder. Take water. She will take water in a glass now. She will take water in a glass now, and she will add chili powder to it. You can see that the chili powder is staying on the top and only very slowly coming down. Suppose if it contains brick powder, it will immediately, the entire quantity will come down. Okay, in a flash it would have come down. Now it is very slowly coming down. This is an indication that no brick powder is added. Okay, no brick powder is added. If there is any brick powder, it will come down very fast. They add a bit of brick powder to increase weight. Okay, because the fight in the market is for 50 paise, 1 rupee in the sales price. So just 5%, 10% you add brick powder, your weight will go up, and that they manage in the market. So you'll have to be a bit careful about it. Yeah. Now we will see turmeric powder. She has taken turmeric powder. Okay. She will take it in a glass. Okay. She will take turmeric powder in a glass. Why do we use turmeric? We use turmeric because of its antiseptic values. And not only that, it will increase the iron intake of women. Okay. And it will delay the aging process. Now she will add water to it. Now she will add water to it. And she will stir it. Normally they add starch to turmeric powder and add a color called tartrazine. And add a color called tartrazine. Tartrazine is a basic dye. Tartrazine. Now, there are two ways of finding out that. Now, she has done this experiment. Let me tell you some simple way at home how you can find out. See, we all boil water for making upma, right? You boil water at a very high temperature, add a pinch of salt, a small bit of salt, and a small bit of turmeric, and add one half chili, green chili, pachamalaga. Half green chili you add, the water will become red. If it becomes red, it is original turmeric powder. Right? Even this much of turmeric powder will make the water red. If the water doesn't become red, it means it is a adulterated turmeric powder. Now you can see a small deposit. Kindly show torchlight on that. Kindly show mobile torch from the top. Mobile torch from the top. Show it. Yeah. Now, women, ladies, can you see a small gray deposit down? Can you see a small gray deposit down in the glass? A small, slight gray deposit?
Yeah.
Yeah. That could
Yes, sir.
That could be the starch powder in the turmeric.
Okay.
It will form a slight gray layer if there is starch, or it will come to the top. Either it will stay in the bottom. If it is pure maida, it will come to the top. If it is some other starch, it will go down. But it will show a gray color. If it becomes yellow, there is no problem. If there is a gray color, it is a problem. Okay? Right. Thank you. There is another way in which you can find out. You can take a small piece of paper, put a bit of turmeric powder and squeeze lime on it. Okay? It should become slight orange or slight red. If it stays yellow, then it means the powder is not original. Okay? Yes, next. She will now demonstrate whether pepper is original or not. Black pepper. She will take water in a glass. She will take water in a glass. Innum konjam eduthuko. Some more water she will take. Right? Now add pepper to it. Okay? Add pepper to it. Stir it well. Stir it well. Allow it to settle down. Allow it to settle down. Now, how much of peppercorns have, what percentage of peppercorns are down or how much is up? How much is down, how much is up?
50-50.
So it is a crackjack pepper. Okay. What is down is original. What is up is duplicate.
Oh.
Okay. What is stayed above is duplicate. It is either papaya seeds or oil extracted pepper, or they are immature seeds. Normally, these immature seeds should not be sold. They will be taken out in the sorting, right? So, and also you must observe the water. The water is slightly changing in color. It's a normal temperature water. Now, this normal slight change in color is due to mineral oil polishing in the pepper. Original pepper will not be so black. It will be gray in color. So if it is absolutely black like a blackboard, it means there is some, mineral oil polishing. So you'll have to be careful about that. Okay? Yeah, next. Next, Divya. Divya is a very senior food safety executive and herself a golden trainer of the country. Since she is my student, yeah. This is Jeera, cumin seeds. Okay? Cumin seeds she is going to do, Jeera. She will take Jeera in the hand, okay, and rub it in full speed. Rub it, with a bit of pressure so that heat is generated in your palm. And she will throw the Jeera down. You can see her palm now. Has it become black? Has her palm become...
Slightly.
No. If it is adulterated, if Jeera is adulterated, her palm will become black. Her palm will become black. Okay? So I don't think this Jeera has got any adulteration. Yeah? Yes. Next, Divya. This is milk. Okay? We will find out whether anything else is mixed in milk. She will take, she has taken 2 samples of milk. She will now use tincture. Tincture is normally used for your, when you get into an accident or any kind of wound. We normally use tincture of iodine for cleaning. So this tincture she takes and she will just add a drop of this tincture. Drop of this tincture into... Okay. Yes. Right? do the same thing into the other sample also. கொஞ்சம் iodine நிறைய போடு. Yes, let us see whether there is any color change. Compare that. Yeah. Now hold both the glasses together, Divya. Now which milk has become slightly blue? Which milk has become slightly blue? To the left or right?
Right.
The one that
One
is
on
in
the
her
right.
left hand.
Yeah, her left hand.
Her left hand. So now this is an indication that starch is mixed with that milk. They mix corn starch, corn flour with milk to give it a thick appearance. Okay. So this maize or corn flour is mixed to give it as a very thick appearance, and you can find it out easily by mixing iodine or tincture. Yeah. Next. Now we will find out whether honey is original or not. She has taken honey. Okay. She has taken a cotton wick, and she will now insert the cotton wick into water, into honey. Will honey burn or not burn? Will original honey burn or not burn?
Not burn.
It should not burn. And even if it burns, there should not be any cracking sound, or there should not be any spark when it burns. Let us now see. She has dipped the honey, and she will use a candle now. Thiriya mela pidichuko. Yeah. Yes. And watch her very closely. There should not be any sparks. Perhaps the sound is difficult for you to hear. But just watch it for the sparks. Are you finding these sparks are coming now?
Yes, sir.
Light sparks. Yeah, can you find now sparks coming?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Divya. Now, these sparks indicate that it is mixed with sugar syrup. Okay, I will tell you another way to find out adulteration in honey. When you keep original honey in your refrigerator, okay, when it becomes solid or frozen, it should have a green color, a light green color. If it is white color, it is not original honey. It should become slightly greenish. A very, very, very slight green tinge will be there. Okay, a classical British green side color will come. Okay, that is called original honey. Yeah. Now we will find out whether asafoetida is original or not. Perungayam. Asafoetida, ing. We are going to find out whether ing is original or not. Now, how is ing manufactured? Ing comes from which plant? Where is ing coming from?
Afghanistan. Iran.
Afghanistan, it is from a plant. Okay,
Yes.
it is a resin of a plant. And the plant is so volatile that if you hold a candle 5 meters or 6 meters away from the plant will burn. Okay, it is worse than petrol. That is why we use compound asafoetida, Kuttu Perungayam, compound asafoetida. Now this compound asafoetida is 5 to 10% allowed. 5 to 10% will be asafoetida. The remaining you can put edible gum and other flour, and that is how you get the asafoetida. Now even this 5 to 10 grams will start having sparks and burn when you introduce fire. Let us see whether our asafoetida is showing any reaction. Yeah, now show. Yeah, are there any sparks? No sparks, you know?
No sparks.
Is it burning?
No.
Not burning, right? Is it burning?
No.
Not burning. Original asafoetida will start burning. So this is not. You will at least have sparks. That's all, no? Tea powder. We will now see tea powder. She will take a glass of water. She will take a glass of water and add a tea powder in that. It is in normal temperature water. Do you find any color coming out of this tea powder? Is there
No.
any color coming out?
No.
Right. Thank you, Divya. So if there is any adulteration, there will be a brown or dark red color coming out. Brown color will come, then slowly it will become red as time goes by. In about 5 minutes, you can find it becoming shades of red. Normally, they add red oxide or mostly iron filings from the market. 1 kilo of iron filings is 2.5 rupees. So in the tea shops, when the tea sellers are selling to them, for duping the tea shop owners, they add these iron filings. Because the tea shop fellows are very happy with any strong decoction. Because the customers go and ask, one tea strong beko. One tea, we need strong tea. Right? That strong tea, if you want, it will be only this colored iron, special iron fortified tea only.
Oh my God.
So, I just wanted you to become aware of how to use your own home kitchen to find out these adulteration in food. Okay, please don't be afraid. 80-85% of the market is okay. There are only 15-20% which is not okay. So the moment the change makers like Green Goddess and people like you become aware, you will spread this message. And this is what we want from you. Because the women are the change makers in society. And mostly they take these decisions, for home. So at the end of the day, all of us are working for our children to be healthy. And we believe that we are buying the best things by going to supermarket, etc. And we are ready to pay any price for good food. But the problem is, we ourselves are highly confused about what's a good food and what's a bad food. For example, can anybody tell me here, what is the color of coriander seeds? Dhania ka kya color hai?
Brown, sir. Light brown.
Green color.
Acha. Now both are wrong. The color of original coriander is a slight blackish green, a color which you wouldn't like. So what happens, the Kerala, the Bengali and the North Indian people are happy with the green color. So a chemical is put for green color. The Keralite and the South Indian people are happy with the golden color. So sulfur is okay. A huge amount of sulfur is used for cleaning the corianders that comes from Rajasthan, the Unj market. Now, unless the dhania is very golden brown, our market refuses to buy. Okay, I have tried placing original dhania in some supermarkets. That gets about 30% less rate than the original, one of the duplicate ones.
ஏன்னா பழசாயிடுச்சுன்னா கருத்துரும் அது நல்லா இருக்காது அப்படின்னு
people believe that what is original is fake and what is duplicate they are ready to pay the first price. Okay, and I do find from the names that I see in the screen that there are some Kerala women also. What is the color of original cardamom, matured cardamom?
Green, sir.
Original cardamom is pale brown in color. It is not green. Green is a color created by CFTRA.
Oh.
So for our export brands now, and even for Indian brands now, the topmost price comes for the greenish ilachi. Okay.
So could you repeat it? Sorry to interrupt. What color it should be?
It should be pale brown. It is a sort of a fading brown, more of a ivory brown color. Okay, towards the ivory. It is not green color. Green color is a color created by CFTRA. Now that is what is processed so that the export market, the entire world believes that the Indian ilachi is green in color. Right? We are competing against Guatemala, the only other country which competes with us in ilachi.
How do they get the green color, sir?
It is a process color that you get it from a very simple, of course, that's a very, very minutest chemical, of course, no residue, which is very insignificant residue. But what I'm telling is that we have started believing that green is the original color. Our belief systems are really bad. Right? You buy a Jaggery, good Jaggery, and just take a mobile torch and show the light on the Jaggery. Imagine that if this bottle cap is the jaggery block, okay, switch on your torchlight and mobile torchlight and show it on this. Suppose if the light passes through, then it is duplicate jaggery. It is mixed with white sugar. In original jaggery, light will not go. Okay, but our people want only whitish jaggery. Karnataka people are still worse. They want pink jaggery, they want red jaggery. Okay, so I went for a recent raid in Karnataka and I found these false companies are using Fevicol and colors, actual paints. Because I asked them, why are you using Fevicol in food? They say, sir, market, many women are asking that when they buy jaggery and go home, the jaggery should not break. They are insisting their servant maids who go to the shop and drivers. If you bring any broken jaggery, it means that you are doing some adulteration. Bring only round, unbreakable stuff. So they had Fevicol. Imagine the kind of instruction people give. Right?
Sir, I have a small clarification. What does an orange jaggery have, sir? Because I've seen orange jaggery in some of the shops. Is it adulterated or pure?
You are lucky to see another bad color. That's all. Right? So please understand, any of these colors are very dangerous. Right? And
black
yes,
color. Some of them are really very, very dark.
that is original. That is original.
Is dark brown.
If it is very dark, it is original.
Okay.
Okay, only thing before using, when you make it into a jaggery syrup or something, invariably we make jaggery syrup and only use it in cooking.
Yeah,
Wash
filter
it
it.
and use it. Okay, but it is original. The original sugar cane juice is jet black.
Sir, could you repeat? What should you do before using?
You just wash it and strain it and use it, because it may contain some slight particles of overburning.
Actually, yeah, normally we liquefied it, we filter it and then only use it.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
what type of color jaggery should be? What color should jaggery be?
Dark brown or black.
Okay.
Preferably black.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think all these branded companies, they do adulteration in the food?
They could be. They don't do it by design, or they don't wantedly do it. Their own process defaults are there, and their own seasonal demands are there. See, all these branded companies have got a very, very pressing demand in the market, right? And a price competition and price sensitivity. So sometimes when the price is not adjustable, their production managers or down the line staff can do this mischief, right? That is what we are trying to streamline. That is what we are requesting these big companies, and we are also making people understand that food is something for which you will have to pay money. See, our people are ready to throw money for a first day, first show, right? But our people, there's a 50 paisa increase in milk, the entire crowd and comes and squats on the middle of the road. There's a traffic jam, right? So our people do not know that the real food price has got a price for good food. You can see, by your own experience, you are all women, you will know that in the last 20 years, rice price has hardly changed. Okay, in comparison to other items. The oils we were buying at 40, 50 rupees, now we are buying at 146 rupees. But rice price, what we were buying before 20 years was 48, 44, now it is 54, 56, that's all. Now, where will this rice farmer go? So obviously, if you stretch it further, it will become adulteration only. So that's the most important thing that we have to understand. Yeah. Now, I was talking about this, and the next problem we have many times in our kitchen is about pest management. So I will not take much time, I'll tell you. When you have rice storage or pulses storage, what you do is, you take some 4 red chilies, long red chilies, good ones, without any damage, you put them in the rice. Okay, and have dried neem leaves, and take this raw camphor from market. You get pachakarpuram, raw camphor, in any shop in Tamil Nadu. You will get this 5 rupees packet. That you fold it in a clean cloth or a clean paper and put it in the rice bag. The insects and weevils and worms will not be there. Okay, you can absolutely protect your provisions by having raw camphor in the storing place.
Doctor,
Okay.
what is the, how do you identify pure Pachakapuram?
You will get it in the market, you get pure pachakarpuram because it's just
How do you identify if it is pure or not?
very
if it
simple.
is the edible one or not, how do you identify that?
See, let me tell you very strongly that classically, it cannot be produced by any small company, right? It is one of the petroleum byproducts, naphtha. Okay, so, and it comes in a very, very, very small dosage. Okay, so I am not asking you to mix it with rice. Please listen to me carefully. I am asking you to fold the pachakarpuram packet in a cloth or in a paper and put it inside the rice bag. I don't want raw camphor to go into food.
Only in rice?
Rice, pulses, okay, these things you can put.
But sir, பச்சைக்கற்பூரம் சீக்கிரமா கரைஞ்சிடும்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
அதுக்கு தான் clothல கட் பண்ணி உள்ள clothல துணியில மடிச்சு உள்ள வைக்க சொல்றேன்.
What was this
mix of
neem leaves and chili also?
Chili, green, red chili.
Red chili and neem leaves?
Neela Vattamalaga, the Guntur Bhadrachalam chili, the long one.
Yeah, it's Varamalaga.
Mix of
Okay.
you have to keep?
You will have to just put it in the rice bag or rice bin that you are storing, right? Because the pungency of the chili will keep the insects out. Okay, right? But it should be a malaga without any kind of spoilage. Okay. It should be a green chili without any, yeah.
Sir, I saw here in Chennai that red chili also get spoiled.
Madam, I'm not able to hear you.
Red chili is also spoiled here. Like some germs are coming.
Sir, can I tell you, she's saying that red chilies in the market are also not nice. She's saying it's spoiled sometimes.
Yeah, that is where, if you want to buy anything before buying a lot, just take one of the knots and then open it and see. If at all chilies are spoiled, they will be spoiled at the nodal end. कांब இருக்கிற இடத்துல உடைச்சு பார்க்கணும். पीछे की तरफ जहां पे नाड़ है उसको ब्रेक करके देखना है. You will have to just break the knot and see it. If there are small worms, it means the entire lot is spoiled. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, but nowadays we are all shopping in the supermarket and they are all pre-packed.
No,
What do we
mostly 99.9% these pre-packed ones are extremely sorted and clean ones. Please believe me. They are mostly because there's a weight system, and what is rejected by that system goes to the industry for mass manufacturing. Okay, what comes to the retail market is the highest quality of chili that you get normally in a packed form because it comes by sorting machine, color sorting machine. Okay, sorting is a technique by which any density variation inside, if there's an insect, automatically the density will vary. Okay, so what comes to you, mostly it is good. This spoilage comes because sometimes when they dry it in the sun, there are bird droppings that fall in the chili. A good worker while picking it will segregate it. A very insincere worker, like how it happens even in our house, he will kindly just clean it and bring to us. It happens in our own terrace also. Okay, we ask them to just dry the chili. If it is a sincere maid, she will take care of it properly. If an insincere person will pick up anything, even with the dirt. I hope all of you understand that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
So one more question I have for you, sir.
Yeah.
What about wheat flour? How do we know it is not adulterated? Atta?
adulterated with what? With
No,
maida.
sometimes like we were hearing, right? Like it's containing plastic and all that.
No. See, the
How
thing
do you
is,
store it also, sir?
yeah. See, if you want to store wheat, I can tell you how to store wheat. You just rub mustard oil in your hand and put, after cleaning your hand and sanitizing your hand, or sanitizing means properly washing and drying it. Apply mustard oil in your hand and put your hand into the wheat bag. Okay, not wheat flour, wheat.
But how do you store
Stay
wheat
for
flour,
1 year.
sir?
Huh?
Wheat flour, how do you store wheat flour?
Wheat flour, you have to store it only in, controlled bags, and you will have to be very careful that no moisture enters the wheat flour.
Okay.
That is the only thing. You will have to put it in a watertight container, preferably stainless steel, okay, containers you can store. Or you have got high quality bins, you can store them. Like hotels have got a very good bin system where
In
they
the
store it and it is very stable.
In the shops, we're getting tablets called Parag. Are they safe to add?
What, ma'am?
In the shops, you get tablets called Parag Goli, they are called. And there many people add that, it's mercury or something, and they store for very long. And when they're making it, they remove the tablets. They don't allow it to get mixed. Is it safe to use that?
Very unsafe. Okay, please understand. You can go to a free book and download it from the government website. The government website is www.fssai.gov.in. There's a pink book that people like me have written for you. Pink book. It is for women of this country. It is a free download. Every woman in this country can download it free of cost. It tells you how to store items in the refrigerator.
So can you repeat the link, please?
www.fssai.gov.in.
Can you send it in the chat, sir?
Yeah, we'll text you.
Dennis, can you chat it? Put it on the chat.
Yes, sir, I'll do now.
Yeah. It's a pink book. Okay, the pink book is a free download. Okay. So that will they clearly tell you what you can do, right? How to store items in the refrigerator, how to segregate, okay, how to be cautious while buying items. It's a self-explanatory book. And you can also download my culinary manual, catering manual, which I have written. All these books are written by me as chairman of the board. So you can go and see that. It's also a free download. It will tell you how to maintain cooking temperature, reheating temperature, everything will be there, self-explanatory with photographs.
So what's the link for the what's the link for the culinary book that you've written?
Same link.
Okay.
Same link. Okay.
So I have a question about the packed foods, the ready-to-eat foods, which is over the counter, because with children at home, it is impossible to do away with, pre-cooked or pre-packed foods like your chips varieties or your fryams or
yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
So how do we identify the presence of monosodium glutamate in it? Is there a way?
Obviously, you will know it by the taste. And my simple submission for you is there are so many other alternative items. The desi fryams that are coming are all without your monosodium glutamate. Right? You get excellent brands. The luckiest thing in Chennai is you get so many high-end condiments. And certain brands like Karamora. Karamora is a Kakra brand that you get, and a few more snacks you get out of that. They are without even 1 inch of chemical. One small pinch of chemical is also not there. There are certain other brands called Mannin Manam. Okay, in Tamil, Mannin Manam they call it. That is also without a pinch of chemical. So there are many brands that come in market, Chennai market, which are without chemicals. You can see them in the label. That is what I can tell you. Monosodium glutamate is a taste which you very easily find out. And as much as possible, try to buy items which doesn't have a huge shelf life. When you start buying items with small shelf life, it means you are buying a safe food. whenever you buy something which has got 6 months, 9 months expiry, it means, or best before date, it means that you are buying some sort of a trouble.
So in extension to my previous question, certain shelved, as in like the certain rasam powders, sambar podis and all, pre-packed ones seem to have monosodium glutamate, though it is not written in the ingredient contents, because the smell or the taste is slightly different from what we normally do it at home.
Right. So, I'm not supposed to either degrade or promote brands. But anyway, since it is Neena Reddy Madam's group and you are green goddesses, I hope the goddesses will help me, because this recording is going to Government of India, right? I don't want to be in the bad books of Government of India as lead advisor to the government. But let me tell you, because you are a green goddess, you can be very, very safe with Achi, Shakti Masala, Krishna, 777, Mami's Masala. So
what about Eastern? Eastern?
What I am not mentioning, that means that I don't want to get into controversy.
What about Annapurna Masala?
So these are the 5 brands that I've amply checked for so many occasions. And I have been checking them for almost 20 years now as a routine habit. And please don't ask me questions about what I have not mentioned. So I can tell you all these brands are safe.
777
Sir,
and
can
one
you
more.
repeat the names again?
Achi, Shakti, 777, Mami's, Krishna. Krishna produces a lot of masalas and ready to eat. Karamora. So these are the brands that we have found no kind of, and My Choice, if you find My Choice masala anywhere. Okay, My Choice, you can find it only in nuts and spices. My Choice masala is an excellent brand. So these are some of the brands where I have not found anything in my life. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
So can you please give a little, throw light on monosodium glutamate, because...
see, there is monosodium glutamate originally, Ajinomoto is originally derived from a plant. As such, it is not a problem. Ajinomoto as such is not a problem. But it is MSGH, monosodium glutamate hydroxide, which is a problem. Okay. Now, why this MSGH is given in food is because it will retain taste and enhance taste. Okay. Now, the problem with this monosodium versus the normal salt, when you take salt, as I earlier told you, there is by chance a balancing mechanism, because when you take a salt, you automatically feel like drinking more water. So you give your kidney and your system a chance to dilute, right? And you are giving a chance. But the problem with monosodium glutamate hydroxide is you will not feel like taking water, right? The problem is that gives rise in children to some kind of a elevated sodium level in the brain. So for children and women above 50 or in the menopause stage, the women are there, this will land in depression, right? For mental retardedness and depression, this is a reason. Okay, so that is the problem, right? Ajinomoto as such is not a problem, but Ajinomoto is very rarely used and it is not available. In China, it is available as a natural ingredient of their food system.
It is natural.
But what you get in the market is MSGH only.
Sir, I have a question, sir. What
Yes.
about the rock salt, sir? Nowadays, we all have turned over to rock salt. That is the Himalayan, which is both pink in color and white in color. Is that safe?
If it is original, it is very safe.
How do you know it is original?
What you do is, you add a bit of salt in a tumbler of water like this. Take a tumbler of water, add a bit of salt and mix it well. And after that, just blow air into the water. Like that. If it is adulterated, it will become white. The water will become whitish, like milk. If
That's
it is
because of the carbon dioxide, sir.
Yeah, that is because of the calcium carbonate that is mixed with that. Okay.
sir. And sir, one more question. What about the sugar? We all know white sugar is not good. What about the palm sugar? Now we've started using palm sugar.
So please understand, the original palm sugar is 1,050 rupees a kilo.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
I don't think you may be green goddesses, but unless you are goddesses, you can't use it for the normal use. See, the thing is, it is prohibitively costly. But we have to pay the price for it if you want the original one. That is why now I am in the drafting committee of drafting standards on how much of palm sugar is there. We want to have 3 grades in the market, at least with 40% palm sugar, with the 20% palm sugar like that, and 100% palm sugar, of course, which is priced at 1,000 rupees.
Excellent,
Because
sir.
for climbing palm trees, you will have to reserve people now 1 year in advance, paying 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees. Now, a man climbs a palm tree, there is no assurance whether he will get 4 liters or 3 liters or 5 liters or 100 liters. Nobody knows. Because it's a very tricky job. Because when he not only does he climb there, he has to sort of paint the inner side of the mud pot with calcium. If he paints more calcium, the palm sugar will get lost. If he paints less, it will get fermented, it will become toddy. So that man must be technically so correct. And on that day, rain should not come. So there are so many ifs and buts and conditions. So it is becoming increasingly difficult. So people like me are working on specialized drones, specialized machines. Unfortunately, that place is not very wealthy and our politicians are not cooperating. So we are not able to get the palm revolution done.
So, sir, what do you think they must be mixing in the palm sugar then? Which
The
is
normal
good?
sugar, the normal jaggery.
White sugar.
That's all. Because normal sugar is 33 rupees, jaggery is 65 rupees, palm sugar is 1,000 rupees.
What about Natu Chakra, sir?
That is only palm sugar.
That is your Natu Chakra is uncolored, unbleached sugar.
Sir, our parents are taking sugar free. Is that safe?
See, the best thing is to drop sugar as a habit, and taking anything in long term as a sugar substitute is not very advisable for health. Probably if you take once in a day, it is fine, but not on a regular basis. Particularly aspartame is very dangerous. Okay. But if you are taking normal chakra bilvam, all of you are green goddesses once again, what you can do is as a social work, please start planting Sakara bilvam plant. Stevia. If you go to our Horticulture Society in Radhakrishnan Salai, you get brilliant seeds of Sakara bilvam.
I have it at home, sir.
Yeah, this Sakara bilvam, just tear a leaf or just pluck a leaf from the plant. And at the end of putting a tea, after brewing a tea, just at the final moment, put this leaf. It is like adding a bit of sugar to the tea. And it is very good. It is least harmful for a sugar patient.
How about stevia powder? Now in these days, the market
That
it
is
is
what I never
available.
wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
That ribonucleotide is a very, very, very costly compound. It is 700 times more sweeter than the normal sugar. It is very difficult to, contain that quantity. You will be increasing your sugar carving by getting a molecule like that.
And in the bazaar, in the market, you're getting sugar-free sweets. You think it's really sugar-free, or do they add something?
No. They are all sugar-free in the classical sense of how scientists want to believe us. Okay? If you apply common sense, it is in a sweet, the sugar is not the culprit. The fat is the culprit.
Yes.
Okay. 1 gram of fat is equal to 32 grams of sugar.
Yes, correct.
So what sense does it make? It is like buying vegetarian tiger. Sugar-free sweet.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question of salt. Now there are so many iodinized salt, black salt, rock salt, kal upu. So all these, which is good for normal cooking, everyday's cooking?
Unfortunately today as I'm talking to you, I'm representing Government of India, so I have to say that the iodized salt is good. But if you ask me honestly, I will say kal upu is the best. if you are living in a coastal area, there is no need for iodine, scientifically speaking.
Okay.
But without unionized salt is a crime now in India by law. Though people like me have filed cases against our own government. This government may change it, but we couldn't be successful with Congress governments. But this government may look at us more clearly. There's a chance.
Good luck, sir.
Yeah, but that is a far-fetched fight. The scientist community doesn't believe in anything Indian. That's a problem. Yes, I think, that, Madam, I think I have to say goodbye to all of you. And thank you so much for listening to me very patiently. I have just a few requests to all of you. Please try to encourage millet eating. And I have another important request to you. There are about 516 vegetables grown in India, out of which 28 come to the market, like your ridge gourd, snake gourd, okay, or yellow pumpkin, white pumpkin, so many things like that. Core vegetables, we consume 82%. Potato, onion, tomato, brinjal. Now, you are the people who can change the course of life for the next generation. Please try to encourage recipes. Please find out some new innovative cooking methods, or attend workshops. When we ask you to attend workshops through the chefs, I am trying to make the chefs do more items with these other vegetables that are neglected. Now, there are two things happening because we are neglecting these vegetables. One is our children are not getting complete nutrition, because so many of these desi vegetables have got micronutrients and they are extremely important for our health. Unfortunately, these 4 popular vegetables are completely genetically modified, right? You don't get any more in the market the original potato at all, because in India, potato is manufactured for Lay's chips. So it is one uniform size that you get. Okay? Potato is flat, when you cook. Now earlier, if you boil potato, you will get a smell. Now there is no smell because it is genetically modified.
And you need at least 4 to 5 whistles. Earlier, in 2 whistles, you get done.
Yeah.
It takes so long.
No sticker on
So the thing is,
apple.
now the whole problem is, so now please try to encourage these different vegetables eating and try to be innovative with these different vegetables. Because we are, like patronizing these 4 vegetables. One day the tomato is 5 rupees, another day it is 80 rupees. One day the onion is 12 rupees a kilo, another day it is 150 rupees a kilo. But whereas you see these normal creeper and climber vegetables that are grown in Tamil Nadu, your snake gourd, bitter gourd, etc., bottle gourd, etc., they are one uniform price. Marginal difference with summer and winter, that's all. So for our own economics, for our own climate preservation, and for the health of this nation, I request all of you to please adopt using these other vegetables, and please encourage local fruits, right? Please don't neglect them, and that will be a game changer in this country. And try to take local millets, not the American corn. Now the desi corn is available in so many varieties, right? Yes, ma'am.
Please, if you could take another meet on millets only.
Definitely.
I call myself educated, but I have no education on millets at all.
In America, they say our food is substandard and theirs is not. They find a lot of difference in our food. Is it so, really? Our food is substandard or it is not so?
Our food is definitely not substandard. It is at a far higher realm. In India, food as a concept is for preserving your vitality and higher faculties, not your body. Unfortunately, the Western idea of food is that it is supposed to do with calcium, protein, fat, and minerals. In India, food is a tapas. Food is a meditation, and we relate food to our mother's milk. We relate food to our sensitivities, and it is the first of the 5 bodies that we cross. So food is supposed to be a ladder for taking you to the other koshas. From Annamaya kosha, you move towards Pranamaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Jnanamaya kosha, Anantamaya kosha. But the Western concept of food is just food is something that is undergoing metabolism in the body. So the Western mind, the educated science mind will never understand what is food. Okay, like how the Western world refuses to understand Ayurveda and Siddha and the depth of these science, it will never be able to understand. Okay, so that's a debate altogether different.
Sir, one last question, sir, if I'm not taking your time. Sir,
Yes.
I just want to know, is there really these plastic covers in which the food is stored in the shops? Does it actually affects the food quality and does it affect us, our health?
You forget about how it is stored in the shop. My only request for all of you is please don't keep this plastic in your refrigerator. As long as plastic is at normal temperature, it is fine. But you put it into the refrigerator, it will start giving dioxins. So my biggest request, it is I thank Priya madam for this. You know, please don't put any plastic bottle into the refrigerator or deep freezer, most importantly. Please don't keep any plastic bottle in the deep freezer. Okay, and as much as possible, avoid plastics into the refrigerator. Okay, that is my request.
Sir, can you state how many varieties of vegetables you were talking about? So India is growing so much, but we are only using less. What was the total variety?
516.
516 are the vegetables available in India. 28 is available in the market.
516.
Doctor, one more question. What about the Tupperware? Is that also should not be stored in the refrigerator? Tupperware.
Tupperware is a brand name. I'm afraid I'm already getting caught in too many brand names. Let me not get into the controversy. Yes.
Sir, in frozen, if we freeze in the peas and all in plastic and we put in the freezer, is that okay?
No.
I would say the moment you buy some pre-frozen food, it is better you transfer it into a container and try to use it fast. Okay. So you keeping anything inside the freezer for a long time, and particularly plastic, is a big danger. Okay. Please understand, don't mistake. When some industry is packing that, it is packing with nitrogen flushing, carbon dioxide flushing, everything. But when you open a packet at home, and half of the packet you keep in the freezer, which means you have already allowed oxygen to enter. Oxygen plus plastic plus freezing is equal to dioxide. So please don't do it.
We can keep it in a steel bowl.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So I have a final
Yeah.
question, which is a very, very common question and debated, lots of times, but still, is the apple wax edible or not, or what should we do? Is it consumable?
It is a question of vegetable tiger once again, vegetarian tiger once again.
Okay.
Right? Now, when you have so many natural fruits available in your country, why would you take an apple? Right? The Indian apple is still not vaccinated, waxed. So why don't you just buy the Kashmiri apple? Why do you want to buy the Washington apple or Wellington apple? So buy the Indian apple. It's good. That's it. The debate is different whether it is edible or not. It is edible, perhaps, by science speaking. But let me ask you this question back. These apples are kept on the road, or sometimes they are handled on the road, or in mass markets like Coimbatore. From after that, you get in a sophisticated shop. But aren't the vehicles going there? Will the carbon emission not set into the wax? How do you get into the wax unless you boil it or you peel the skin? After you peel the skin in apple is nothing but maida mavu.
Absolutely.
Only strength in apple is this peel the skin. You get rid of the skin, after that apple is a nonsense. Right. So now, why do you want to take that extraordinary route when at 5 rupees you get the banana with so much of starch and good values? Why do you want to risk the same thing with 60 rupees plus wax?
But Dr. Shimla apple we can have with the peel, no?
If whatever doesn't contain wax, have it, no. And why do you want to have it at all in Tamil Nadu? Because you have so many fruits coming in Tamil Nadu which are seasonally grown here. Why would you encourage that? Alien to you.
The milk that we get in the market, lots of things are mixed in it, right? The milk that we get every
All
day.
the milk you get in Tamil Nadu are extremely good. Please understand, Tamil Nadu produces excess milk and we consume less. So don't be worried. All milk that gets converted into curd or buttermilk is a good milk. There's no chemical in that.
Oh,
It
thank
is a rumor that it is, having chemicals. If you have got any doubt about milk, what you do is you boil the milk, take a small portion of that milk, just cut a green chili and put into that milk. Within 20 minutes, it will turn into curd. Whatever curdles is original. Okay.
What to put?
Yeah.
What to put in the
Green chili.
Green chili.
Sir, one last question, sir. You were talking about egg. I'm a vegetarian. I do take egg sometimes. But as you said, how I'm buying those eggs which comes from the supermarket. So how do I know that it's spoiled or it's good? Or I mean, how do I judge it, sir?
I told you about putting it in the water.
Yeah, but how can I? Okay. I'll have to take a chance by.
You will have to take the chance and then only know it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I've got a
Thank
genuine
you.
doubt. So
Thank
just
you.
a
Thank
moment.
you very
Sir, just a
much.
moment.
Shelby madam is the last question, please. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, you were talking about food color, which is very, like my mother-in-law also says, we never have food coloring at home. But apparently Amul is the only one which has ice cream that's produced with milk. Okay. And I also find that they also have yellow colored ice cream and pink colored ice cream in Amul also. So
See, food colors are permitted in ice cream, so Amul is using. Let me tell you, there's a difference between cold dessert and ice cream. There are so many ice creams produced in India and Tamil Nadu also, which are made from pure milk. They are not cold desserts. For example, your own Avin ice cream is a original ice cream. It is not made from fat. It is from milk only. There are so many other ice creams which are produced in Tamil Nadu, which are original ice creams. Like Blasta, there is one ice cream brand in Tamil Nadu, which is very good. There are so many other brands which produce original ice cream. Any original ice cream will be minimum 450 to 600 rupees a liter. It cannot be sold at 150 rupees a liter.
okay.
Right? That is a simple economics. Right?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was
Thank
so
you.
enlightening.
So this session
Thank
was
you, sir.
really interesting. Thanks to all the participants and to Dr. Pashupati, always enthusiastic to listen and give to all the answers. Thanks. It was a great audience and looking forward for more sessions. Please spread the word around, ladies, and we are looking forward for all of you all. Thank you so much.
Sure.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
also.
Thank you.
Please send the recording.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.